I think it's important. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I think when we first started doing this, we had hoped that this would be an organization that would sustain itself through the years. I don't know that we ever imagined that 20 years later we'd be sitting here and still, working. I mean, the struggle is real. It was a struggle then, it's a struggle now. But I do think it's an occasion to be celebrated, and I'm happy to see Zan and especially Elliot to come all the way from New York to be here, because we haven't seen each other in like 15 years maybe. So anyways, it's a great occasion, and thank you for having us.
Yeah, so when you all decided to start, and we're all fierce competitors on this stage. Elliot luckily has been able to move on from all of that. What was the motivation, Zan, Elliot, Julia, and Shelley, what was the motivation for getting the 5As started that you want to tell the audience got you inspired to do this?
Well, I'll start. I think that it was very important for us to be an industry, not just an agency, an individual agency. And we thought that we really needed that to tell the clients and potential clients that this is an industry, not just one agency doing everything for you guys. So I think that for me, that was really the simple reason why. It's kind of, sometimes it feels discouraging because the same kind of information that 2019 is actually the same kind of information. Of course, the scale is a little bit different, but it's the same things that we have been talking about. We're educated, we have buying power, we're this, it's growing, yada, yada, yada. But the struggle is still real. For us it is, and I'm just assuming that it is for all of you. So in some ways, it's kind of discouraging that we're still talking about the same thing and trying to get the clients to look at the quantitative information and slot the budget against it. So the flip side of it is it's not working, because why are we still struggling so much, right? So for us, at least, for myself, we're flipping the conversation a little bit and say that this is not about target marketing. And I think Elliot talked about, we were talking about him being now the evil hedge funder. And okay, but I actually use Elliot's term that I don't know if you remember or not, is that I always, he used to say this thing, I don't know if you remember, but he said that Asian American budget is like, I have some money left over budget. It's the end of the quarter. We have some little bit of money. Maybe we should spend a little bit,
Right.
in the Asian.
They may listen, but it's not something they want to do, okay? Or they're not equipped to do, right? So that's just given. And I think we have to accept that, and then we have to really explain to them what the benefit is and make it as easy as possible. Sometimes, I used to say this, oh, it's California important to you. There's not a single marketing director or decision maker that says, oh, California is not important to me, right? Yeah. Unless they live in Canada or something. And then you say, is 50% of California important to you? They're like, of course, 50% of it, California is the most important state. I love California. And then I said, how about 25%, right? They're like, of course, why are you asking me these questions? And I said, well, they're Asian Americans. And they're like, oh,